Hello world and happy hacking. It's me, Mark, again, and we're going to be building a JavaScript game today. We're actually continuing what we started earlier, which is here. And this is built using Canvas. And I want you guys to check out Chris' courses on YouTube sometime, because he's got a whole ton of games that he's built. And we're using some of the resources that he had from one of his videos so that I didn't have to create the map, because it took him a long time to do this. If you're interested in how he created this map using some open source sprites and some other stuff, totally check out Chris' courses. He's got great content, actually. He's somebody that I definitely would want to, if he's interested, to do something here when I have like guest teachers. But what we have is right here. The character is a canvas object. The background is a canvas object. It's just an image. We got some things to fix. We definitely don't want to be able to scroll around with our mouse, right? And we also want to always stay centered on our little dude. I think we're calling him Bobby. Bobby! Let's get rid of Bobby. Well, actually, that's just a file. So right now, we're just looking at this through like a static HTML file. Like, there's no build process. We're very limited in the HTML and the JavaScript and the CSS that we can write. It's not like a full-fledged project. It's not like we don't have Webpack running and stuff, right? So we'll have to fix that, because at some point I'm going to get tired of not being able to require stuff and having, like, in fact, how about we just fix that? It's driving me crazy. So here's what I would do. I would say, look, I always work with React. I don't want to work with React here. I want to keep it as bare bones vanilla JavaScript as possible. Also, React wasn't built for Canvas, so it's just not even the right choice. What I want is JavaScript. What am I talking? Not JavaScript Canvas. JavaScript, simple Webpack, bundle JS, Tailwind, skeleton. Maybe somebody made one. No, too much stuff. I want super simple. Don't even want React. I just want vanilla stuff. All right, fine. Simple Webpack JavaScript. Maybe their docs are the best. Let's see. All right, so we're going to need some development dependencies. We're using Yarn. So I'm going to do a Yarn add. Well, I guess it has the --dev, although I don't think --dev is going to work as well with Yarn. So -D, let's do it that way. Yarn add. All right, well, that's going. Let's look further. Okay, so the index file is supposed to be, well, it should be able to be anywhere I want it to be. I guess I just have to set that. But they have only the JavaScript in the SRC. Let's move the index.html into public. Let's move the images into public. And now we just have our JavaScript inside of our SRC file. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's our link back. And for us, we wanted to build and like then go into here. Well, no, because for like the hot reloader and stuff, if we were going to do it, we'd want it to do this. So that'll be .src. Set private to true. The rest of it doesn't matter so much. We will need scripts, but they didn't give us a script yet. Why do we need load.js? Okay, fine. Yo, load dash is fine. I don't have any problem with load dash. I just don't like adding stuff I don't have to. Yarn add load dash. Okay, still editing it apparently. And they're putting it in the body below the stuff so that it happens afterwards, although an onload or DOM content ready or something would be a better choice. Okay, so npx webpack, and then that's going to set me up a webpack file. Oh, wait a minute. npx webpack, why does it have a head tag in it? Where'd that come from? It's been a long day. npx webpack mode has not been set. We'll fall back to production. We want it to be development here. We're gonna add development. Dash mode development. Okie dokie. So let's see. We've got this. I don't see my webpack file. Let's refresh it. Yeah, that's the right one. Refresh. Okay, so now we have a dist folder. Where's my webpack config? Oh, it doesn't create a config. Okay, we'll create one. So we need a new one. Webpack.config.js. Let's see. src index, that's correct. File name main.js. Resolve dist. We're going to put that in public. And we're just going to call it index.js. So public, so that it goes into our public folder, which is where we're going to serve our live server from. And src, because our source code is here. All right, so let's run that again. What do we get? There's our index.js. So as long as this points to / index.js and we're serving it from a regular web server, we're good. Oh, you have to specify it? I don't think it. I think it just used what I wanted it. It already did what I wanted. Okay, so build would run our webpack. I don't want to build it over and over. Webpack, auto build on save. Watch true. Okay, so now it's watching my files. If I was to change this, it should rebuild. And it does. So now my code is rebuilding via Webpack. I don't have to I'm going to be free to do cool stuff like use Babel, use require, like everything doesn't have to be one file now. In fact, let's prove that. Let's create a Bobby file. Bobby, where are you? Bobby is going to leave this file. He's going to exit stage right. Is it right? Maybe it's stage left. It won't let me copy. I just want to turn Vim on, but then I lose like access to this and this. It drives me crazy. So we need to now export this as init Bobby. Now, const init Bobby equals require. Now we have access to common.js. So this is a ./Bobby. We don't need a .js. And so now it built, and you can see that Bobby's in here. So now we're not just stuck to one file. All right, so let's see, what do we have here? We build out the canvas. Let's move all the canvas stuff into canvas. All the canvas stuff. So your canvas. We're going to export you. We're going to import you just like we did with Bobby. Import canvas. All right, so draw image. Draw image sounds pretty generic. We're returning a promise. We're doing an onload. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. We have this context, but the context is really about the canvas. We're drawing the background. That's the map. I mean, if we're going to draw an image on it, or maybe we should separate it. Maybe the draw image should be separate of the init context. What if we just do that? We have a function called init map, and that calls draw image. Then we don't need all these arguments because they're only good for here. We need the context. Okay, so we need these two things. So when init context happens, we could init the map. Really, it's draw map. So how about this? We'll call draw map after we fill the rect, but now that it's been separated out, we can call it other times too. Let's see, we're going to need all of these things back to here so we maintain the same interface, and then we're just going to pass those through along with our context. Oh yeah, we don't need our defaults. All right. Now we have to load this with a real web browser so that it loads from here. Because if I try to open this, you see that has this public folder. That's not going to work. So we're going to need to have Webpack web server with hot reload. All right, so Webpack dev server. Okay. Install Webpack dev server. Webpack serve. We've already got our file, which will probably get overwritten. Oops. Okay, so we should have our Webpack running now. What's the source? We didn't say. So now I should be able to go to localhost. What was it on? 3000? $80. And no. Oh. Okay, so now we've got an image problem, would be my guess. How do we load the image? We load the images. They were relative paths. They're not relative paths anymore. So you and Bobby. Where's Bobby? You're not going to be relative anymore. That should have worked. So where's it serving from? serving public directory. You're serving from the public directory / images, characters, Bobby. That should work. Why is it not? Oh, I bet you they would have to be here. And I have to load them with JavaScript. I don't want to do that. Why are they not showing? Inspect. Not going to show me Bobby. And you're not going to show me anything else because it's all canvas. Well, let's not worry about Bobby just for the second. Let's worry about my map. Why is my map not drawing? Draw map, CTX, V2. Okay, that's still there. Draw image. We got the CTX, we got the background image. We don't need to pass all that through. Seems like a lot of passing through when I could just do that. Not like the background images necessarily needs to be changed there anyway. Okay, we still don't have a background image. Why not? What do we got over here in the build? Bob /. Not there. Here. Bob /. Still says ./. Why didn't it rewrite? Strange that it didn't rewrite it that time. What about now? Still didn't rewrite it? Still a relative path. Why is it a relative path? It is not a relative path here. It just said that it compiled. Do I have to delete the file? Shouldn't have to do that. Is this pointing to the wrong place? No, that should be correct. Pointing to index.js. Wait a minute. Where's my file? Why didn't you build? src index. Output file name is supposed to be public / index, I believe. Why is this not writing? Oh wait, here's the, no, yeah, it's supposed to be index.js and it resolves to this path. Why are you not building? It says it's building. Why are you not copying over here? Let's put you in the JS folder. That's not the problem, but at least it gives us a separate folder for this thing to happen in. No file. It's not building my stuff with Webpack anymore. No, it is. It is. Modules by path. Where's the file? Oh, I bet you when it's in development, there's a different path I have to use. Serve, Webpack serve. Oh, that's what I'm doing anyway, but sure. Scripts. We're going to have several scripts at some point, probably. Dev. Serve. What was the command that I was running before? That. And serve. So let's try that. Yarn dev. Serve, did it build my stuff? Did not build my stuff. Why you no build my stuff? Why you no build? That's not writing it either. Development. Why is it not writing path? Output. Well, it's in the config. It's supposed to be using that. Why is it not? The entry is indexed. It loads those other ones automatic. Why are you not writing it? I mean, it shouldn't need that trailing one. Still not writing to it. Should be writing index.js in this folder. Why is it not? What did I miss? Pretty sure I didn't miss anything. Do I have to have a dev server? Yeah, but it still should have run it. I have to change my package now. Well, no, because it's just using my file. That should be fine. So what port are we running on now? 9000. Same result, because it didn't write the file. What is, oh, magic HTML will insert? Why did they have the directory if you can just do /public /js /index.jsx or js, and just do that. Configuration output should be an object. File name. Still needs to say file name. All right, fine. It says file name. Get all the way off my back now. Oh, and I need to rerun this. Still nothing. All right. That sucks. Why are you not writing my JavaScript? Why are you not writing my JavaScript? It's definitely getting that. Not getting our stupid file. Webpack, not writing, output file. Oh. Doesn't create one. So we're supposed to have a different. Just writes it to memory. And that would be what? JS. Oh, file. File. Let's take this back to what it was. Actually, let's take the output out for development. Which means this would just go to index. Still no loading. Loaded to. Oh, I also have to change my options, right? I have to do -- watch or something. Scripts -- watch. Unknown option watch. Serve. Asset main.js emitted. But I can do that, or I have to do that. Yeah, so spoiled with working. Oh, you know what? I bet it's dev server / webpack dev servers. There it is. So yeah, it should just be like this. That means that it's not getting my images. Why would it not load my images? Well, my images aren't available here. Webpack, load images from public. Yep, I gotta set some rules. So we need style loader, we need CSS loader. We're going to need to be able to get these. Doesn't say where they go. Dist. Yeah, but I don't want to include them like that. I want to run like my actual thing. I don't want to load it that way. I want to load it through the web. Webpack, dev server, load images, public. I might have to actually like read the file in. How about you give me some recent results, not stuff from 5 years? Here we go. Set up Webpack to work with static files. Really, I don't want to do that. Right, we got our style loader. Our dev server already set up. Although they have an output and I don't have an output. So what did you add that I said I didn't like? I didn't like the fact that you had to require the CSS like this. Index.jsx. See, but that's still, you're loading them through Webpack. I'm not trying to do that. Yes, I have to. Okay, fine. I have. Fine. I shall do it. Oh, how do I want to do this? I really don't. Let's do // public images. PG image. Const PG image equals require this silly file. Okay, let's do the same thing for Babe. Babe! Like that. Give Bobby his image. Also, this is draw image. Draw image is also used here. So let's make it its own place. For now, I'll just call it util.js. We need to put that inside of here and export it so we can get it from both places now. We're going to export draw image. Now we can import and it's a named import. I really don't like default imports. Draw image from, what is it at? It's at /utils. Oh, this is required. But, I mean, I guess. There we go. Do the same thing here where I just took it out. We have an error from ./util. That should be fine. ./. Oh, okay. Now we have a PNG loader type. Okay, fine. Here's our loader types. It is one of the ones listed. What's its problem? But I do have the loader. No loaders are configured. Is it not using my Webpack config? I don't think it's using my Webpack config. Let's try that again. It wasn't using my Webpack config. Still no image. Canvas not defined. Okay, but this is different now. So does Bobby need canvas? Bobby doesn't need. Bobby doesn't need. Canvas is moved to its own file. Init canvas from ./canvas. Okay. On draw map. Ah, it's true. Where's my init canvas happening? You know what? Let's just pass the width and the height. If I just pass the width and the height, I can find where the draw map is. It's here. And look, I already have the canvas here. So I can just do canvas.width, canvas.height, and I've actually made the code better because I've decoupled the two things. Boom! I need to take a break. How long have we been going? 37 minutes. Break time. Alrighty. Okay, so we don't want to scroll around this. Scrolling around it is not good. Scrolling around it should only happen because we're tracking the character, right? Oh man, I don't have any coffee. This way. Café, por favor. Con un poco de leche. Gracias. Okay, so where's the CSS? We have CSS. I guess we just have styles in here. Okay, so styles. Well, our body tag. I'm gonna put tailwind in this. Guys, I need you guys not to be so loud. Alright, so tailwind CSS. And we're going to go to the docs for the install with post CSS. I'm gonna yarn add these with a -d because they're development dependencies. Create our config file. Specify our content. So anything in what is it? SRC. Actually, that'll work for us. That'll work just fine. Oh, it won't. That's where our JS is, not where our HTML is. Our HTML is in ./public/ and then we can do the same thing, but HTML. The reason for this is it's going to look through these files and it's going to look for the CSS classes of Tailwind. And if it finds them, it will leave those in and it'll get rid of everything else. All right, so we're going to have our tailwind.css. Let's just call it public new folder. Will it write to that? Yeah, it'll write to that. Okay, so but we're running this in memory. But it still won't matter. We'll still have it. So public CSS new file. You know what? Do globals.css because I don't want a whole bunch of CSS anyway. Just a little bit, just enough. And we need our link. Our link is going to be at /globals.css. Let's get our server going again. Well, actually, we can do yarn dev, right? All right, so here we be. We don't want these the scrolling, so we're gonna do. We got to set the width to something, and we got to set the height to something. So let's do it with class, and we're gonna say width, and we're gonna give it a hard-coded value with just in time. So it's 1024. This is just like a game resolution. And the height of this is going to be, gracias. Way too much water, not enough coffee. All right, let's see. We have 5, I don't know, 35 or something. I forget the exact. Actually, I think I wrote that down here somewhere. Did I? I guess I didn't. Well, that should be fine. What do we get now? Okay, so we also want overflow to be hidden. We don't want the scroll bars. All right, this means that we don't have our CSS loading. Okay, those are loading, but they're not being dealt with by Tellez CSS. Did I miss something? Oh, but I would need to set the output. Where's the output? Tailwind CSS output. Where is the output? So this is not running. So we've got our post CSS plugin. We're not doing that. We want this to happen when we do the dev. So let's say Webpack dev server tailwind CSS. Okay, yeah, so they are using post CSS. Oh yeah, we need the post CSS loader. Okay, so now we have the post CSS loader. Static disk, that'll tell us where the static stuff is. Our static should already be set. Yeah, the public folder. Let's give that a shot. Still not going to build our stuff though. Okay, do I have my post CSS? Don't. Post CSS config.js, not KS, JS. Oh, I hate new keyboards. Okay. Okay, that makes sense because that's what's going to force it to get kicked off. Okay, so we don't need to have this directly. We just put it over to here. Let's separate this out. This is a new folder. This is JS. This is a new folder. This is CSS. The thought of having all these things naked out here, just don't like it. Okay, so all these guys got moved in. That's going to be JS Bobby. Just copy that for each one of them. That would make this one, no, that path is still right, but Bobby's path will be wrong now. Bobby will need to have more of those yummy dot dots, or I could do an actual paths tool. Okay, right, that's not CSS yet, right? Because it's called CSS globals called styles.css. Let's change our webpack config. CSS. Going. Where did I put that? Oh, well, it would have been at the top of my index file. Right here. So it didn't build again. src css. It says style. Styles.css. What? I didn't install that? Okay, fine. Yarn add dash d style dash loader. What else? Really? How did I miss all those? What now? I'm pretty sure I did the post. Okay. Again. Go CSS loader. One error. One error where? Okay. Yet another one. OCSS, what is it? ENV preset? Preset ENV. Oh, we'll get there eventually. Command exited. Already in use. Okay. When you get this, it's usually because there's a process that failed. So lsof-i:9000. And let's just kill it. Kill -9 gone. Run again. Looks like we're builded. We're builded. We're builded. It doesn't seem to be picking up my styles because I have overflow hidden. Overflow hidden should give me a style here for overflow hidden. I don't see it. I don't see the CSS being written here. But that's because it would be loaded from not here, but from the main JS. What did I call it? /CSS/styles. Maybe I can load it from Webpack like that. I have some of the Tailwind stuff there, but I don't have my classes. So that could also be that my Tailwind config is not working right. So those are JS, that should be fine. And then public index.html, that should be fine. I'm definitely specifying my JIT stuff here. And overflow hidden is not JIT, so it's definitely not just like a JIT problem. I bet you I'm not even getting that. Nope. Okay, static, we're going to public. So it should be /CSS. Maybe that file is making a problem. Or is it just /styles because I'm serving it off the main? Oh. Well, this is really old. There's no more dark mode. All right, they're just getting it from the bundle. Which means it won't need a link. Static dist. I have a watch content base. Watch true. Static. So I basically have that too. But my Tailwind class is not being. Is this calling it automatically? Okay, so yeah, I remember that. I added that. Okay, I don't want to test it. I want to run it. Go development, open. Package JSON. Still have scroll bars, so I don't think it. Nope. The purge never happened. It never copied my files into any. Do I have? Don't. So that's in public now. No, it's not. It's in SRC CSS. Oh, no. Still not there. Oh. No, if it's in SRC, it should definitely have it because our loader or we're setting it to SRC. Right, so SRC CSS, load the CSS, match anything with the CSS test, and then what do you do with it? Oh, is there press true, static dist? We're just using public, but everything else is the same. File name. Oh, then let's just do bundle. We don't even have an output. Maybe that's the problem. Output public bundle JS is fine with me. So now we're loading bundle JS. We have our images. Like, it's not HTML, so I know, like, as soon as we have these images that we're at least loading this file. Don't know about the other stuff. Like, I don't think that we have this yet. Let's find out. Nope. 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 Okay, so what else do you have in here? I have that. Purge. Maybe this is not matching. /src /. That would match public. Actually, I'd have to restart that, I'm pretty sure. What's driving me crazy is that I can't just look into the CSS that Webpack is creating, because it's like, it's supposed to be dynamic or whatever. Output bundle JS. Calling the bundle. Well, I haven't eaten yet today, so maybe I just need to eat something, and then it'll appear to me. So dir name src css, that's correct. Or match anything with CSS, that's correct. We can serve our images, but we had to require them directly. But we are requiring that directly. Web dev, Webpack dev server, copy Tailwind CSS public. It's terrible. Could you make me one that's not terrible? Pretty bad. All right, let's take a look what this guy's got. Tailwind config. That's all fine. He's doing some other stuff that we're not doing. Got your Webpack config, buddy. Well, we're not actually running any of those. So like do inline CSS. Watch files. Plugins. Identify. Insert to the Webpack. Copy. Okay. That's what we don't have. I think I've had about it for the day. So I'm going to make a commit here. I'm going to make sure that all this stuff is in the README so that you guys will have access to it. The images, the code, everything will be in there to the Git repo. So there's only one more thing to do, and that is to thank Jeremiah Quill for his donation to the channel. Thomas Lawrenson, Chris Loggins, Joshua Vaughn, thank you all so much for your tips to the channel. Your monetary support is why we can keep doing this, because otherwise I have to go back to doing consulting and I can't teach free. If you guys can give $1, if you can give $5, if you can give 100, look, how much does your coffee cost you each day? Are you spending it at Starbucks? Are you buying a lot of beer? Are you smoking a lot of weed? Like, I'm a lot cheaper than a book. A book is really expensive. A programming book is really expensive. A course can be really expensive. You won't find quality like what I teach on Udemy. You're going to find that with somebody who's been doing this for 25 years, which is why I'm here. So if you can support the show at all, if you can shoot that tip jar and you can give us some money, remember, it's basically my wife's tip jar, because if I die, that's the money that people can send her to help her get by. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend.